The visitor had started with the knocking. Soft at first, like the tapping of a fingernail against wood. But each time Mia went to check, no one was there. She lived alone, in a small, creaky house on the outskirts of town. It had always been quiet, peaceful. But that peace shattered one evening as the knocking returned, louder, more insistent. The knocking came from the basement. At first, Mia thought it was just the house settling, the old wood groaning in the wind. But this was different. It was rhythmic, deliberate, like a message being sent. Mia hesitated at the top of the stairs, staring into the darkness below. The basement door was cracked open, just wide enough to let a cold draft escape. Her heart raced, but curiosity gnawed at her, urging her to go down. With each step, the knocking grew louder, more frantic. Her footfalls echoed against the stone, the air growing colder with every inch she descended. She reached the bottom, and the knocking stopped. Complete silence. Mia's breath caught in her throat. The darkness around her seemed to pulse, as if it were alive. Then, a whisper. "I've been waiting." She spun around, but the basement was empty. The faint scent of decay lingered in the air. Her skin crawled. The door, which had been cracked open, was now wide open, swinging on its hinges. In the middle of the room, something moved. A figure, crouched low, with its back to her. It wasn't quite human. Its limbs were too long, its back hunched at an unnatural angle. Slowly, it turned, its face a twisted, featureless mass of pale skin. Mia couldn't breathe. The figure tilted its head, as if considering her, before it stood up, towering over her. And in a voice that was both a hiss and a scream, it said, "I've always been here." Before she could run, the room seemed to collapse around her. The walls twisted, the floor opened up, and the knocking returned, louder than ever, as if the house itself were alive, and it was hungry.